Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what time you are seeing this. Hello, my name is Stephanie Crosser. I am a double gold EVO 100 consultant with Archer Travel. I have been here for 10 months and I am based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. I do this training because I am very well versed in selling flights and specifically like to share that in my first 6 months of business, which was my entire time during 2022, it was about June 1st through December 31st, I sold $200,000 in flights alone. Okay. When I came into this company, I needed to sell things that would get me that instant commission because I needed money fast. A lot of you started for that reason. You needed money fast. And this is one way that you can do that. Now, I've been in the company longer now. I've shifted my focus. I don't do as many direct flights, but I still love sharing this because I know a lot of people shy away from booking flights when you should not. There is so much money out there in flights, and that's why I like to share this. So really quick, if you want to go ahead and scan that QR code right on the front, this is going to give you access to, it's going to give you a registration for Square. This is a referral affiliate link. So I will get a reward for you downloading and using it as well, but you're going to get the same reward. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. We're going to go ahead and get started. First, we're going to talk about where to book flights, okay? So there's a couple places you can book flights. We've got our normal sites where we're booking complete packages on Vax Vacation Access, Expedia, Tap, Evo Rewards, and more. Anywhere where these packages are offered, you can book flights there if you want, okay? Second, we're going to look at third-party sites. We can use Skyscanner, skyscanner.com. We can use flights.google.com or centrav.com. Now, when you are utilizing these three websites to search for your flight, you're going to, for Skyscanner and flights.google.com, you're going to be, during the research process, you will click on a button that says like book now or reserve your flight, whatever, and it's going to take you directly to the airline. Okay. So these are just portals to help you research the flights, and then you'll book directly through the airline and it will take you directly there. Now, Centrav, you can book right on their platform, and Centrav is the only place that offers you commission on some flights. They don't offer commission on all flights, but on some of them. We have found that most of the flights that they do offer commission on are international. We found a couple domestic to bigger airports like New York, LAX, and Phoenix Sky Harbor. Okay. But for the most part, your Centrav commissions are going to be on international flights, but these are all great sites for you to research those flights. Okay. Lastly, Mr. Ron Archer does prefer that we book our airlines directly with the airline company. So if you're not using Skyscanner, flights.google, or Centrav, or you're not booking as part of a package with Vax or Expedia Tap, then he does prefer you book directly with the airline because it is easier to navigate if there are changes that need to be made. It is also less likely that chargebacks or fraudulent charges will occur through these directly with the airlines because they have more security in place to help prevent that from happening. Okay, so that is why we book directly with the airline. That is what Archer prefers. That's what we do, right? We do what we told. All right. So next, we've got a couple reasons that you would book a flight only. Sports teams, you've got competitive cheer squads, competitive softball. My kiddo is on a competitive track team. He travels all over the state and even the country when he qualifies. Sports teams are big, especially for children. You're probably not going to get a contract with an NFL team, but you sure as heck can get a contract with the team down the street playing softball, right? Okay, so reach out to those teams, put yourself out there. Family emergencies are things that happen to all of us. We cannot avoid it, right? You want everyone that you know, everyone in your warm market to know that you are a travel agent. You will get them on a flight as soon as they need it, right? So they need to know that they can call you at any time and say, hey, there's a family emergency. I need to be home tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Please book me a flight. right? Family emergencies happen all the time. I do more family emergencies than anything else, unfortunately. And I do not personally charge fees on family emergency trips. Okay. You can charge whatever you'd like. It's your prerogative, your business, but I do not prefer to charge fees on family emergencies. Theme parks. Oftentimes when you're booking a theme park package, it's not going to offer a flight as a part of that package. So you may need to book a flight only piece for theme park reservations. Okay. And then also when flights are cheaper to book alone versus as part of a package, you will book that way as well. Okay. So why do we charge fees? A couple reasons. Your time is very valuable. Okay. I can book a flight in 10 to 15 minutes flat. Okay, no issues because I book flights. This is my bread and butter, right? But if I have 200 people as part of a wedding booking a flight with me, I've got 10 minutes times 200 people. That's 2,000 minutes. I'm good at math. That's 2,000 minutes, right? So I need to make sure that I'm paying myself for those 2,000 minutes that I'm going to be working to book all these flights, right? My time is valuable. I'm not giving any of that away for free. Next, you are providing a service to your clients. Corporate is not going to give them everything that you can give them as a travel agent. Okay. You are at their fingertips. They probably are going to have your personal cell phone number. I give my personal cell phone number to everybody that I work with so that I can contact them. They can contact me in any situation. Sometimes they send me pictures. Sometimes they send me what the heck is going on. I need help fixing this, right? They have access to me 24/7. And that is something that corporate is not going to do. All right, I like to share this story here. In December 2022, Southwest had a big major meltdown where they were canceling flights left and right. I had a family of 10 that consisted of 3 kiddos, 10 and under, 2 disabled veterans, one of them 100% disabled. And there were, so that's 3, 5, there were 5 other people on the trip, totaling 5 adults and 5 kids, okay? They were at Hollywood Studios on a Tuesday when their Thursday flight got canceled. Now, if they would have received the notification that their flight was canceled, they probably would have had to take time out of their day, make new arrangements for those flights, and figure all that out. And they would not have enjoyed their last day at the theme park when they have paid hundreds of dollars to be there, right? They've paid thousands of dollars to be there. Okay, so a service that I was able to provide them during that time was I ordered groceries to extend their stay a little bit longer. I was able to reserve a sold out hotel for an extra 2 days for them. They did not even have to move rooms. Okay. I was also able to file their insurance claims and get everything covered, which included their extended stay, included all of their dietary needs, any medications they had to order to last them through their extended stay, and everything like that. All of those things were included. Also, the airlines did reimburse them, I believe, close to $3,000 in addition to those reimbursements that I just mentioned. The extra $3,000 was just for the inconvenience, right? So I was able to file those claims, get their money back, and corporate's not going to do that for you. I spent hours on the phone doing it. That's my job. I didn't want them taking time out of their day and their vacation to do that. So I like to share that story because people sometimes will say, well, what kind of service can I actually offer them? You're offering them quite a bit. You know more about this company than anyone else, right? We are professionals, the power of knowledge, okay? And if I don't know the answer, I'm calling the company to find out the answer, okay? I don't ever tell people that I don't know the answer. And just having easy access to you is going to be incredibly beneficial to your clients, okay? So charging fees separates your window shoppers from your actual clients. So your window shoppers are those people who are looking around, looking for the best deal, looking for the best, whatever it is, comparing prices from travel agent to travel agent. You may not want those guys to be your clients because they may not be with you long-term, especially if they find somebody over the years who's going to offer them a lower price, right? But your clients are going to be people who love what you do, who trust what you do, and they're going to come back over and over again. Okay. Charging fees also empowers you to go above and beyond for your clients because you know and understand that they value your expertise, right? I always go above and beyond for my clients, even if I'm not charging them a fee, but that extra fee, that extra money that I'm bringing in motivates me to keep going strong for them. Okay. Also, again, I like to iterate this. Your time is worth it. Your time is worth every dollar that you make. Okay. All right, so when you're talking about fees, we're going to, first you're going to pick a price point. Some people go with a percentage, 10%, for example. One of my business partners does charge 10%. These are more common price points here. $25 per person, $100 per family of 4 or more, $200 for groups more than 8 people, and up to $500 per wedding. I shared this on a training earlier. I am charging more than $500 per wedding at this time. However, $500 is a good standard rate for a wedding. Weddings are my niche market. That's why I charge more. 500 is a good rate, especially starting for weddings. Okay. You're going to add your price as a fee on your written quote. This is a separate line. This is, they're using your services. This is not a secret. So don't be secretive about it. Okay. You're going to charge your fee separately. When you run their charges, you're going to have your separate credit card authorization form, and you're going to charge it as a second fee. Always have to let your client know, hey, I'm going to have more than one charge on your card, but it is going to total this amount in the end. And this is what the breakdown of the charges are. Okay. And then finally, after you charge that fee, you're going to pay yourself. All right. Back to the Square again. So when you utilize my, when you use my QR code and you download Square through that, you're going to receive up to $1,000 in transactions for free. Okay. So Square does charge a fee. There's a reason I use Square though. Square is more of a professional, platform, and it is harder to do chargebacks on Square than anywhere else. Okay. When you are using Square, though, you do need to note that this is a non-refundable transaction. You can use any of these 3 phrases, or you can reword them to match what you want it to say, but you want to be specific about whether or not this is refundable. Okay. So if it is non-refundable, you can say this is your non-refundable booking agent fee, non-refundable service fee, non-refundable flight professional fee, whatever you want to call it. It needs to say non-refundable if it is non-refundable. Okay. You can also use a structure where you charge a booking agent fee, half of it is applied to their balance. Okay. If you're going to do that, it needs to be detailed in the note in the charge. All right. And then alternatively, you can offer a full refund upon cancellation within a certain period of time. I would say within 30 days is a reasonable amount of time. If they call you and say, actually, we're not going to take this trip, can we have our fee back? Yes, you sure can. Okay. Whatever that looks like, you have to detail it in the notes. If you do not, they can do a chargeback on that. Okay. And then you are financially responsible for covering that. So if you've already spent the money and it's not there, you then owe Square for it. Square is one of the hardest platforms to do a chargeback on. That's why I use it. And that's why I share Square. I've used other platforms before. I find Square to be the most dependable and easy to use for this particular service. Okay. All right. So this is what it looks like on paper. This is an invoice that I actually did in real life. Of course, I've changed a lot of the details so that you, obviously for his privacy. This is my husband. He was going on a trip to Cleveland for work. This was a last minute trip. I had to drop everything I was doing and charge for this, figure out, you know, the arrangements for this trip. So I've got his hotel and flight are included here. So I did not put a separate line for flights. I do have the separate line technically, but I don't have a separate cost because everything is included in this package. So I need one commission tracking, one credit card authorization form here for this one charge. And then the insurance and fees. This is basically, that's my last minute booking rate. His work knows that they need to give him at least a 2-week notice if he's going to be flying out of town, but this particular week they did not. So we charged them $279.99. I don't remember exactly how I got to that dollar amount. However, that's what I charged. It hit Square that night. It hit my bank account the next day. This is an instant or daily commission. Okay. Instant commission. I charged it right away and went to my bank account. Okay. Also on this receipt, I've got their credit card information that was used to swipe, invoice number, so I can track the details of this if it comes back as a chargeback or if there are any issues. I've got the date. If they are going to be doing payments, you can touch on that there as well. And then I have all my contact information here. Okay. Now, if you're going to be booking the flight separately, not as a part of a package, you can do it as a separate line item. So here I've got it broken down at $640.75 for the hotel and $400 for the flight. It's never going to come out to be exact like that, but that's what I did for this example because I was just breaking it down for the sake of the training. Okay, I've still got that non-refundable insurance and fee here listed on the bottom. And because there are 3 different transactions happening, I'm charging the card 3 different times. I do need to have 3 credit card authorization forms signed by my client, and I need to have a copy of his driver's license front and back. Okay, that is policy of the company. And if Archer calls me and says, hey, I saw you booked a flight, I saw you booked a trip within the 21-day window, I need all of this information, then I'm going to have it right there for him. Okay. This has happened on multiple occasions, so don't think it won't happen to you. Okay. I know this has been really quick, but I do offer this training once a month. You are welcome to also reach out to me if you'd like. I'll give you my info on the next screen, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what this looks like. So these are the steps to booking your flight only reservations. You're going to research the heck out of these. You're going to use skyscanner.com, flights.google.com, Centrap, whatever you have, you're going to use those sites to compare prices. Okay. Don't spend 10 hours on it though, if they're not paying you for 10 hours of work. You know, do your due diligence, sit down undistracted, do your research. You can do this in 30 minutes or so. You're going to send a quote to your client. They're going to approve the quote. You're going to send your credit card authorization form for the full price, including your fee. You can break this down, or you can have it all in one if it is included in the package deal on Vax Vacation Access, for example. You can also send the auth form with the original quote. Okay. I send it separately because I want to get their approval on the quote. I usually send a couple of options for their quote. So just to make sure that everything is right, I send the credit card authorization form after they approve the quote. All right. So once everything is approved, you've got that authorization, you can book the trip just like you would book your own trip, but you've got to have their information. Make sure that their name, age, their name, birthday, and all of their information that you enter, make sure that it is accurate, because if it is not, it's a huge pain in the butt to change it. Okay, it's doable, but a huge pain in the butt. And I have been there before, so just take my word for it. All right, so once you book the trip, you run their credit card, you need to charge their fee quickly. Don't leave time in between. You need to book the trip, charge the fee back to back, so that they do not think that they are done paying and then miss it. You don't want to charge later and them not have the money available. So make sure that you're doing these back to back to back. Okay. And then as promised, like I said, my name is Stephanie Crosser. I'm a double gold Evo 100 consultant with Archer and Evolution Travel. You can find me at youtube.com/@StephsCrossWorldTravels, Facebook.com/StephsCrossWorldTravels. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok at StephsCrossWorldTravels. Okay. I do post my trainings on YouTube. I'm going to make most of them public as of today. And you are more than welcome to share any of my marketing materials. You can ask me for them if you want copies of them. If there's something specific you're looking for and you see it on any of my pages, just reach out to me and let me know. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, attending my training. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys in Travel Land. Bye.